Do you know what makes Starbucks different from other brands? His premium positioning, strong brand identity, and customer loyalty. These dynamic qualities elevated from a simple coffee into $98.34 billion brand.
Hi guys, welcome back to Brand New Breakdown. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create those buttery smooth keyframes. I have learned a new concept and I want to share it with you. Let's get started. Inside the After Effects, we'll start by adding a vertical composition. In the first scene, we have this mocha which comes from the bottom and then goes out of the screen. Let's create this animation. Firstly, we'll need a white background, see something like this. For that, you can right click over here, go to New and create a new solid. Over here, you can select any color that you want and then just press on OK. Then on top of this, let's add the mocha. Today I'm going to teach you the keyframes in the easiest way possible. So once you drag the file over here, let's start with the keyframes. Firstly, we'll need to add the keyframes in position. So press on P, also holding shift, press on R. Add keyframes in both of them. Let's go to 1 second. Let's add it one more time. Going back, let's rotate this maybe around 30 degrees. Let's drag this down like this. Now in order to create a smooth motion, we'll need to separate the dimensions. Over here, as the change has been done only in the y-axis, we will remove the keyframes in x-axis. Selecting all the other 4, press on F9. Now going in the graph editor, firstly select this point, holding shift, drag it little to the right. Again holding this point, drag it to the left like this. Basically we are trying to attempt a S curve like this. Now again holding on rotation, we are going to do something similar. Holding this point, drag it to the right, again holding this one, drag it to the left like this. Now see if I play this is super smooth, right? Now let's take it to the next level. In this we are going to rotate this and take it out of the screen. To do that, let's go back, maybe at somewhere this point. Let's add keyframes again. Going back over here, let's also add keyframe in x-axis. Perfect. Select both of them, press F9. Let's zoom out a bit over here. Now going to our final keyframes. At this point, we want to rotate this completely like this. The y-axis can be a little up, and for the x-axis, let's take it out like this. Perfect. But now there is an issue. Now if I simply play this, so it will look weird. You don't really want that, right? You want it like this, right? In this natural state of motion. Anytime, any animation that you create, it should feel natural. So in order to do that, let's come here, somewhere over here, and then simply drag this up like this. Perfect. Now ensure that both of them are selected. Let's go to a graph editor. So from here, we'll do some small changes. Holding this, drag it to the left. Holding this point, ensure that you're only holding on the option key. Perfect. Finally, let's go to rotation. Over here, we want to make a smooth graph. So holding this, drag it this way. Again, holding these pointers, drag it to the right. So if I now play this, it will give us a smooth animation like this. Perfect. This looks super smooth, right? Let me hide this. Let me enable our main precom. See, in this as well, it comes and then moves out of the screen. We have done one more thing on top of it. You see, we have added a drop shadow. In order to add a drop shadow, all you need to do is right click over here, go to layer styles and add a drop shadow from over here. There's one important thing which you need to remember. You see over here, we have converted this image into precom. See, if I go over here to Mocha precom, I press on U. See, all these keyframes were inside this precom. Once I was happy with the result, I simply right clicked over here and created a precomposition. The reason being, once you turn a layer 3D, the drop shadow won't work on it. So for example, if I go over here, if I turn this, see over here, right click, let's create a drop shadow. See, we have this drop shadow. But the moment I turn this 3D, see, the shadow disappears. This is the reason why you need to turn this into precom. Once you turn this into precom, you can easily add back the drop shadow. Let me delete this for now. So now let's have a look at our first scene. If I play this, see the first scene, we have the following elements. We have this barcode, we have some text, the line which goes from behind the cup, the mocha cup, and then 2 cups in the background. Let's see how this was created. Firstly, we have this background. On top of it, we have this green stroke. So at the start, you don't really see the stroke. As you move ahead, see we have this beautiful stroke which goes in the background. To create a stroke of this sort, you can simply take the pen tool from over here. Ensure that, let's keep the stroke maybe around 30-40. Let's give it a nice color. Press on OK. Let's create 2 points like this. Okay. Let's increase this further. Something like this. Let's place it over here. Now open this up. Go to contents. In the shape, in stroke, this line cap which you see over here, change this from butt cap to round cap. Now go to add and add trim path. Again opening this up. Add a keyframe over here, take the player to the start, add a keyframe in start, make this as 100%, as move ahead to 1 second, make this as 0. This way you will get a similar stroke like the one on the top. If you want it to be smooth, You can also select both the keyframes and press on F9. Perfect, right? Let me delete this. Next, we have these two cups. I just took the PNG and dragged it over here. Reduce the size, as you can see over here. Reduce the size and change the angle. And then on top of it, we have just added the Fastbox blur. To add it, you can simply search for Fastbox like this and then just increase it to around 10. Perfect. Next is the barcode. Simply drag and drop in your timeline. Next is the text. Okay, this is quite interesting. So the text appears smoothly line by line. To create something of this sort, let me do one thing. Let me select this, copy. Let's take the text. Let me show you how to create this. Let's paste it over here. Open this up. Go to animate. Go to opacity. Also add the position like this. Opacity will be 0. The position may be little downwards, maybe around 50 frames. Open this up, add a keyframe and offset. Going ahead, make this as 100%. Yeah, actually the first one shouldn't be 0, it should be -100. Okay, then open the advanced. Over here in base tone, this is the most important thing. Instead of characters, you have to choose the lines. Then in the shape, instead of square, just choose ramp up. See, this way you will get a similar animation like the one below. Let's delete this as well. And finally, the last element is this Mocha Precomp. So this way, at the start, we have this line. This comes from the bottom. We have all the other elements. Also, in order to create this zoom in effect, we have added the camera. To add a camera and the camera controller, you can right click, go to new and add the camera. The camera that we are using is 35mm. Make no changes over here and just press on OK. This camera controller that you see over here is nothing but the null layer. To add that, right click, go to new and again add the null object. Then ensure that you have connected your camera to a null object like this. Take this pick and connect it to the camera controller. Perfect. Then all the layers where you want to create the zoom in effect, just make them as 3D. In order to create any layer as 3D, just click over here like this. Perfect. So at the start, we have added keyframes over here. Let me enable these two layers as well. If I press on U, initially the scale was 79, but it was zoomed out. As you go ahead, we have just increased it to 107%, so that it zooms in on our content. So this takes care of our complete scene 1. I hope you are enjoying the tutorial till this point. If you are getting any value, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free for you, but it really helps me a lot. Let's get back. So in scene 2, we have this Tim Hortons which comes into the screen. Let's see how to create that. The first thing is the background. You see at this point, this background is slowly emerging from behind this cup. To create something of that sort, all we have done is added a solid layer. So right click, new and added a solid layer. Now selecting that layer, go over here to the top and create a mask in the middle. Let me open this. So this is the mask that we have created. Then all we have done is just added keyframes in the mask. So at this point, see the mask expansion is 0 pixels. Make sure that you added some mask feather. You can keep it around 100 pixels. It looks great that way. Then as you go ahead, all you need to do is just increase this mask expansion. So initially, the mask is restricted to this area. Let me select the mask. See, the mask is inside this area. As we move ahead till this point, it completely expands the initial area. See, if I decrease this, see, at 228 pixels, it will look something like this. All I have done is simply increase it such that it completely covers the area behind. And the other keyframe that we have added over here is in opacity. So at this point, it's 0. Over here, we start seeing this. Now let's have a look at scene 2. Let's go inside. It's super simple. At the start, we have this red stroke. Again, exactly same to the green one which we saw earlier. So we had this red stroke. And then top of this, we had this cup. So it comes from the bottom and the rest's over here. Instead of this, you can see, we just added keyframes like this. Perfect. Let's go to scene 2. Then you have barcode over here. Let me enable this. And then true text. Simple. For all three of these, we just add keyframes in the opacity. See, at this point, we just add keyframes in the opacity. So let's go back to our scene 1. Let's see. This goes out at the same time. This cup comes in. Perfect. It will come to this point. Perfect. Now finally, we have to create a match cut effect. To create one, we have to have some motion in our animation. For that, you can see over here in scene 2, if I press on U, you have keyframes in position. So from here till here, we ensured that this cup was moving little to the left. So like this. And then at the exact same point, we added our next scene. So over here, we added a new background, again a simple solid layer. Then on top of it, we added the mocha cup. Let's press on U. Let's see the keyframes which we have added. At this point, let's drag it to left. What we have done is we have tried to keep it exactly in the same angle as the cup. So as we move ahead, so at this point when the layer cuts, see from here till here, it's in the exact same motion. This is how you create a match cut effect. So from here, next, see it moves to the left. so that we have enough space for a text which is going to come next. So all we have done is added keyframes in position and scale. So the scale will change from 103 at this point till here, where it increases and becomes around 123. Let me zoom out a bit. And finally, from this point till the end, we want to zoom in on the text. So we are again going to zoom in from this 123% all the way to maybe around 170%. Now finally, let's have a look at our text. So there are three elements. Firstly, we have these triangles. To create these triangles, you can go over here, select the polygon tool. Let's unselect any layer. Create a polygon like this. Ensure that the fill is selected and not the stroke. Keep the stroke as 0. And going inside here in the path, instead of 5 points, just keep 3 points. This will give you the triangle. And then over here in outer radius, you can change it to around maybe 10%. This is the exact same triangle which I have added over here. Let me delete this. So this took care of the 3 triangles. Now let's have a look at this text. Let me play this. So the text is coming from the bottom and getting revealed character by character. To create something of this sort, let's select this text, copy, let's go to our text layer and paste it like this. Okay. Now open this up, go to animate, add position. As always, also add the opacity. Make it 0. Now change the position. Let's keep it around 50 pixels. Opening this up, add keyframe, make it minus 100%. Going ahead, make this 100%. Now open the advanced. In shape, instead of square, just select ramp up. So now if I play this, see, we get a similar animation like the one below. If you want to play around with the position, you can go back over here. The position, instead of 50, you can even keep it as 100. Let's delete this. Let's have a look what you have created till now. Perfect. I hope you got some value from this tutorial. If you want to learn more tutorials of this sort, you can check out the channel. And if you have any special request, let me know in the comments and I'll cover it in the upcoming videos. See you next time.